Hello, you are watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. In what is seen as a setback for those supporting the sanctity of life in Spain, the lower house of Parliament has passed a law allowing euthanasia. During the vote on March the 18th, 202 parliamentarians voted in favour of the law, while 141 voted against it. 2 parliamentarians abstained. Once the new law takes effect in June, adults with serious and incurable ailments that cause unbearable suffering may choose to end their own lives. The Spanish Conference of Bishops has criticised the new law, with the president of the conference and Archbishop of Barcelona, Cardinal Juan José Omeya, saying on Twitter, quote, "Can we consider ourselves an advanced society, approving a law that pushes the sick to throw in the towel and end its existence?" Bishops in Poland will entrust the nation as well as the church in the country to St. Joseph later this year. To foster more devotion to the spouse of the Blessed Virgin, Pope Francis had declared a year dedicated to St. Joseph in December 2020. The entrustment ceremony will take place on October the 7th at the National Shrine of St. Joseph in Kalisz, which is renowned as a centre of prayer for the unborn and families. Separately, Polish believers started a week of prayer on Friday for the protection of life. Magdalena Guziak-Nowak of the Polish Association of Human Life Defenders said the intention is to include the unborn, their mothers and parents receiving a difficult prenatal diagnosis. She also said there will be prayers for doctors, midwives, politicians and journalists supporting abortion. Yet another Catholic priest has been abducted in Nigeria, where Christians are the targets of Islamist insurgency groups such as Boko Haram. Father Harrison Egwuenu, Dean of St. George's College in Obinomba in southern Nigeria, was kidnapped on March the 15th at 8 p.m. local time. As per local sources, gunmen fired shots into the air, and the priest, who was travelling in a car, was taken at gunpoint. Father Benedict Okutegbe, administrator of the Cathedral of the Sacred Heart of the Diocese of Wari, has exhorted believers to pray for the quick release of Father Egwuenu. The priest's abduction is the latest in the series of kidnappings carried out in the country, mainly for ransom. Hundreds of pro-life supporters carried out a rally in the German city of Munich on March the 20th to protest against euthanasia and the abortion policies of the government. More than 600 activists took part in the rally, which experienced sporadic attacks from counter-protesters. While pro-life supporters exercised restraint, police were able to prevent pro-choice activists from carrying out further attacks. Police said although there were some disruptions at Königsplatz, there were no serious incidents. The rally, organised by the organisation Voice of the Silent, was a great success, said organiser Celia Fichtner, adding that, quote, "We were overwhelmed by how many people took part." After years of waiting, the prayers of Catholics in the Russian city of Novgorod to reclaim their church have been answered. The Church of Saints Peter and Paul, which was closed down by Bolsheviks and used as a movie hall, has finally been returned to the Catholic Church after 25 years of official requests. After signing the deed of concession on March the 15th, a solemn liturgy was celebrated in the church for the first time in decades by Auxiliary Bishop of the Moscow Archdiocese, Nikolai Dubinin. The church was built by deported Poles in 1893, and from 1996 some parts of the church were used for celebrations. In 2010, believers received federal funds to renovate the towers. Pope Francis has once again spoken out against the Mafia. On March the 21st, which is the day of remembrance and commitment in memory of the innocent victims of the Mafia, the pontiff urged everyone to renew their commitment against the crime syndicate. In his Sunday Angelus, the Holy Father said the Mafia is exploiting the pandemic by enriching themselves through corruption. He also decried their organisation as structures of sin that are contrary to Christ's gospel and accused them of exchanging faith with idolatry. The Pope also recalled how his predecessors Benedict XVI and St. John Paul II had slammed the Italian Mafia in strong terms. Last year, the Holy Father rebuked the Mafia for hijacking Catholic devotions. According to a survey conducted by the Pontifical Foundation Aid to the Church in Need, Catholics across the United States have expressed growing concern about persecuted Christians across the world. The survey, involving 1,000 Catholic adults, took place from February the 19th to the 26th and is the 4th annual survey on the topic. The survey says 57% of US Catholics believe that the Christian persecution is very severe around the world, and 67% say they are very concerned about the issue. Close to 50% of US Catholics believe half or more than half of religion-based attacks across the world are directed towards Christians. China, North Korea and Pakistan top the index of nations where Christians are persecuted, according to the survey. Finally, the National Sanctuary of Our Lady of Knock in Ireland has been officially named as an international Marian and Eucharistic shrine. Pope Francis elevated the shrine to global status on March the 19th during an online event. In a video message, the pontiff meditated on the message of the apparition of the Virgin Mary, St. Joseph, St. John the Apostle, Jesus Christ as the Lamb of God and angels, which is believed to have taken place in Knock in 1879. The Holy Father said, quote, "The arms of the Virgin Mary in a praying position still show how fundamental the life of prayer is, which comes as a message of hope from this shrine." The Pope had visited the shrine in 2018. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.